Ever fancied owning your own man cave? Follow us on a journey as we build one using basic hand tools, which will hopefully go from looking like this to this. Stay tuned to Man vs. Man Cave. Following on from part 2, we've had to remove our beloved shed of some 15 years and clear the decks ready for our new Pod 2. So we've taken delivery of the parts, and this picks up the story from there. As you can see, an absolutely fabulous day for October. I mean, look at that blue sky. So we've got a good chance of getting this done. I mean, as long as I can get the lid on it, then I will be happy. But got a long way to go yet. But we will get there. Man cave will be a reality. Yes. Right, okay, I've been steaming it in and we've got the floor done. So, check it out. Got our posts in there. And so that's taken about 3 hours, that has. And what I've done over here, drilled some holes through there and over here. And what we're going to do is line it up with the original floor level. And obviously the back, and then I'm going to set my levels for the new bit of floor. But now what I've got to do is put the pond liner underneath and answer my phone. Right, I've just measured our frame to make sure that it's square, because you need it exactly square. So if you measure from corner to corner, so obviously that corner there to that corner there, and that one there to that one there, that should equal the same, and that'll mean that you've got the thing completely square, which we have. So I've started putting the floor supports in, so I've got one in the corner there, and I've done all the run down there so far. So obviously we've just got to put some in the middle there, middle section like we did in the other floor. Then I'm going to wrap the plastic up round it, and the floor's a done deal. I've been working since blimey, 9 o'clock this morning. Managed to get the floor done, get the back done. Absolutely knackered now, so I'm going to have a bath. Right, so I'll just bring you up to speed. The other day I did quite a good day's work really. I managed to get the back wall done, and I put the framework up for the roof, although it's not in the right place because we had the risk of rain, which was a bit of luck that we did cover it up, because we did have a fair bit. So we did this sort of makeshift covering, which was a bit of an emergency jobby, and we put all the wood and whatnot in here. So what the plans are today is to build the front section and the side over there, and unfortunately the cladding hasn't turned up yet, and we've phoned them and tried to ask when that's coming, but we still have no word on that. So I'm probably just going to do the framework and not clad it in the OSB for now, and then we'll have to take it all back down again. But I'm going to put the rafters in today just so we can hold this plastic up properly and then cover it all in again. So a bit like Pod 1. Okay, so it's starting to take shape now. We've done the left hand side, just doing the post on the right over here, one there, and we're going to get the that side all done, and then get hopefully some rafters in and get it covered up for tonight. So yeah, all going nicely. It's about just turned 12 o'clock. We're on the 17th of October, sunny day. Right, so we've progressed a little bit further. The sky is looking a little bit horrible though, but that's where we're at the moment. So I'm just putting the roof joists in now, then we're going to cover it up for tonight. That's been a good day. Just check this weather out, 20th of October. Unbelievable. So anyway, the task in hand today is to sort out a bit more of that cladding on the front there, so we'll end up being grey on the left corner. We're obviously going to build the wall on the right when the cladding turns up on Monday, and we'll get that all tubbed out so the right hand side wall will go up complete, then we can do the roof and get the whole thing clad, so it should look quite nice very soon. Of all the cuts I do, these long sheets are the worst ones, trust me. Right, to just bring you up to speed, I've done just cutting this bit off here at the moment, so it will look like that other end, and what we decided to do is continue that round the edge there, so we're going to do a little bit of a build out there so that that hangover comes all the way around. Oh, got a bit of focus there. Okay, and then we've also thought, blown the budget, we might have a long window in here, so I'll just go over the back here. Hold on a sec. Right, yeah, so we're thinking we might have a full length window in there with a little opener at the top, simply because we've got double glazed door there, double glazed door here, and we think we might need a little opener, so yeah, so we're thinking about having a very tall kind of window there with a little opener in it. It should look rather nice, and it's all extra light, so no worries. I did have a little bit of an accident, I think I told you, and I did fall through the floor, so you can see the bit that I didn't really want to cut out like that, and there's the basement area down there, so but yeah, I did fall through that late at night. Health and safety and all of that. So the upshot of all our changes is we're not actually going to have a lot of larch cladding on the front now. I've gone away from the plastic idea, but yeah, there's not a lot of the building that's going to need actual cladding on the front because it's all windows, so that's a bit of money, which will pay for the new window that we've decided to get. But I've got to rehang our reclaimed doors on a new frame, which I've made the frame up, more of that later, but we're getting there. So the next phase is to take this wall back down. Cladding's turning up on Monday, so we're going to skin the outside with a bit of OSB and then attach the metal to it, and then hopefully lift the whole thing up in one go, and that'll be a done deal then. So that will be the wall completely clad, watertight, and ready for me to put the roof on then, and get the metalwork on there, which will be a relief because living under the old plastic sheeting, it's always a bit of a risk that it's going to go through. So we have used rather a lot of plastic sheeting, I have to say. Long may this summer last. So what have we been up to? Well, since we last spoke, we've taken down the framework because today the cladding's arriving. So I'll just show you what I've been up to today. So we've taken the wall down and we've covered it in 18mm, and then we've cut the section out along there, which will take the roof joist, or the rafters should I say, just to get the terminology right. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is cover that with the old Tyvek stuff, leaving an overlap at the bottom and all around the side so we can join it up with the existing stuff, as you can see, like that over the back there that's hanging down. So yeah, we're going to cut the metalwork, get this all ready, and then hopefully lift the whole thing up, screw it into position, and happy days. Be a done deal on that side, because we've got a little bit of problem on the other side. I'll show you. We've got to somehow get down the side there to do the cladding on that edge, so I think I'm going to have to go on a drastic diet for that one, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this side's coming on nicely, and what a beautiful sunny day for end of October. I mean, 22nd of October here. Madness, absolutely mad. Look at that sun. One thing I did get wrong was I've got double glazed doors. I managed to measure the side bits wrong, so it was off centre. I mean, we've obviously got off centre on this one, but that was for a reason, because the bikes are going to be stored in that bit there, if I can get my finger in the right place. So you know, that was why the door was offset there. But this one, we think it'll look a bit weird, and I think it's going to annoy me if I leave it. So so yeah, I'm going to remake that. It's not going to waste much in the way of wood, or in fact none, because we'll use it for little fillers between the joists, sort of thing. Noggins, that's it. So so yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm just waiting for the cladding to turn up. It's coming from Devon's, but they had left early, so hopefully they'll be here. That's that Cladco stuff. So I'll catch up with you later. Right, so we're all covered in the Tyvek, so we're just waiting for the cladding now. And well, I know they left Devon very early this morning, so hopefully they're going to be here soon. It's now 1 o'clock, and I'm desperate for it really, because I want to get this on before it gets dark tonight. What's a tad annoying is the Cladco delivery hasn't turned up. It is coming, but they've just told me it's going to be about another hour, so that's going to be 5:30. So we had to cover up the shed. So that's where we're at. A little bit disappointing, because I had wanted to obviously get the wall up, but that ain't happening now. So hopefully we're not going to have loads of bad wind and that, because there's not a lot holding that back wall up now. So I've taken all the framework down, so there's only one thing to do at times like this. Gonna have a beer. Right, so good things yesterday. Our metal cladding arrived, as you can see. But I did discover that it's very heavy, that stuff. So what I'm planning to do, rather than hang it on the wall, is physically rest it on the floor and then bolt all the units together so it acts like a sort of suit of armour around the building. The only snag I came up with was that we got these screws here. I don't know if you can see those, but I noted that they were slightly too small. When I got them up against the profile, there wasn't going to be a lot actually in the wall itself, but it turns out there's a little typo error at the office and they are the wrong screws. So so there's more of those on the way. I think we're going to have an excess of sheeting left over, but you know, these things happen. I don't think we've over-ordered too much, but yeah, certainly I think there's capacity for probably another half a pod, so you never know. So that's where we're at. Obviously something's walked over those during the night. I can see a few footprints and all that, our friendly foxes. But hopefully I'm going to get the wall back up today, because I can't actually fix the metal cladding to the wall, and I think it'd be too heavy to lift if we do. So I'm going to fit that back up. Now obviously, you know, we are going to have a bit of a problem down this side bit, but what I'm planning to do is ask the neighbour if I can move the fence up and then fix the bottoms. But obviously, as they'll be resting on the floor, that's going to be better for us, because I'm going to then hold them up or support them and then drill and fit to the woodwork. And also there's no weight on the building then, because these panels are about half a ton, so you're looking at hanging half a mini all around the edge of the building. So you know, much as I think my building is very strong, and it probably is, you know, I probably over-engineered it, but I don't really relish that thought. Whereas if it's resting on the floor, it's just like a skin around the outside, protecting the inner parts of it. So the only thing that will be on the building will be the roof, but obviously that's spread across the whole length of the roof, and we got some pretty good timbers up there, as you know. I'll see you later on. I don't know if you can see that, but this stuff has a lovely kind of almost cracked leather look about it. It's plastisol, so it's a plastic coating on there, and yeah, it does look very nice. And these parts as well, they've got a little fold over there, so you haven't got any sharp edges. Those are the sort of barge board bits. Obviously we've got two brown and the rest grey to do the you know, the fronts and the sides sort of thing. Right, okay, been quite busy this morning. I've put up all the sidewall and all the roof struts and everything, and we're going to try and close the lid on it today, because the weather's turning, you know, and we're going to get some rain at the end of the week, and flapping plastic in the middle of the night, no one wants that. So yeah, we're just going to try and get it all essentially sealed in, or at least the back part of it sealed in, and I might still have to do the front. So so we'll see how today goes, but the weather's looking a little bit cloudy up there. I don't know if you can see that, but we have a patch of blue sky. Well, this is October, and you can see I've actually got real sweat going on there. So anyway, I didn't do a repeat of the last video, but I've managed to get the roofing sheet up, same method, so it does work. So I've got two up there ready to go. I've just aligned them with the side of the building, so we're good all the way along there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, so we're good up there. Sun is shining. Hopefully we'll get the entire roof on today. I don't know about the front part, I suppose. Depends how knackered I am, because cutting them by hand, it is really starting to kill me. And I'm only 21. Right, any tip I could give you, this is the best one. Don't do it the man versus man cave way. Get yourself some power tools, it'll make life a lot easier. Right, at the end of the day, and we've got something cooking. It's looking rather better than earlier on. So I'll just give you a look above the roof. So there we go. It's absolutely huge, isn't it? Well, it is. So once again, we've got those bolted corners everywhere. And they go through to the back board as well, so you know, I mean, that is not going anywhere. We've got our little joist hangers, and what I'm going to do with this door is we've got a little bit more space above the door here, so what I'm going to do is take this off and then run it all the way along under there, just give an extra bit of support just above the door, so it'll be like another lintel if you like, all the way across there. We've got our bolt in the corner there. Other than that, yeah, well, a lot of clearing up to do. I've got to obviously put the noggins in there. Going a bit blurry, this camera, for some reason. Yeah, so the noggins all along there, same as in the other section, and all the way along there as well. Cool. So it's getting there. It's nice and solid now. Now, I did have a problem with this corner again on the outside edge. I don't know why, but every time I seem to measure, I think it's something to do with the angle of the top, but each time that corner has been slightly out on the outside, because what we do is this board here goes all the way past here and then another 18 mil, but you know, for some reason that corner's never quite, really annoys me. But obviously it's behind the cladding, it's not going to make a lot of odds, but it just is a bit upsetting when you can't get it right, you know. So I put these little brackets up here just to keep the frame square as I took it down, you know, when I skinned it I didn't want it to sort of move, so I put that there, and one at the bottom as well, just to keep it all nice and straight, but it is all level, and yeah, I'm very happy with today's works. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Right, just a quick tip. If you want to win some double glazed doors like we have here, make sure you get all the hinge fittings. So this one's got these hinges here. As I was going to use them as windows, I failed to get the other half, so I've had to lay out another 30 quid on this here, which will look better. I mean, once you put the cover on and all that, you know, that does look rather better than the originals, but it's another 30 quid, you know, and you've obviously got to build the frame as well, which I'm doing at the moment, but you could save yourself a lot of money, and also obviously if you can get the locks as well, because otherwise you've got to pay out for those, so just saves money if you think ahead before you start. Then it can save you a packet. But you know, set of doors about 400 or 500 quid, so hopefully we're going to do these for about maybe 60 quid in the end, once we've got the plastic trims around the edge. So still a saving, but could have been better, and it's quite difficult sorting out these hinges. As you can see, I built the frame, I think I built the frame slightly tight, but hopefully I'm going to get away with it. Okay, it's the 2nd of November,
As you can see, a little bit of frost on the roofs, so we've decided today is the day to make this lot disappear. So hopefully I've sorted it all out into little piles of size, so hopefully we can get all that on the shed by the end of the day, or at least the roof in. We're meant to be getting some severe weather, so we're going to try and get it all done.
It's a little bit cold up here. The sun is not going to be on it for quite some time. Right, okay, I'm up on this very cold day. The sheets are all totally wet down there, so it's going to be difficult to shift, but the weather's coming in, we've really got to do this. Anyway, the problem we've had with this roof is that whilst the building's square, many years ago we had an argument with a neighbour about a fence line, and so consequently the fence at the back is not straight, and that causes me a problem with fitting the roof, because I could have done that ages ago, and you know, then there'd be no problem getting this all sealed up today. But as a result that I can't lift the fence panels up, I couldn't then screw the panels in at the bottom, so what we've got to do is do the back and the sides first, and then try and lift the fence panels up, and then finally put the roof on. So I'll just show you what's going on with that fence line. So we start down there, okay, and you can see the gap kind of goes very tight, yeah? So we haven't got 100mm clearance at that end, but we have down there. So that is my dilemma. So hopefully today we'll get all this back clad, you know, so all that down there. Get that, oh, you're seeing my boots and not the wall, so we'll get all that clad. And then round the corners on each end, and then we can do the roof, finally. I'm going to be in a bit of a rush today, but I'll try and keep you up with up to date. Cheers. Very slippery. I don't think you can see that. There's a weird consequence of putting the tape along the joints. There's just a little bit of a raised part, so we've got these kind of little lakes of frozen water just formed on the back of that lip, which is a bit annoying. Well, there you go. The sun is coming up. Thank God. It's slightly warmer. Still looks like a beautiful day.